Hi, this is Leroy with Solar Data Pros introducing the SolarFax Energy Audit Report. So we get our data from two places. We get data from the solar inverter connections that we have. We have 5 inverters we can get data for. That's Enphase, Tesla, SolarEdge, SMA, and Q cells. And then we get data from the customer's utility account, their smart meter data. In California, we have Pacific Gas and Electric, San Diego Gas and Electric, Southern California Edison, and SMUD. And then we have data connections across the US. And what we do is we can present this information so that you can better understand and your customer can better understand how their solar production and energy consumption combine to impact their power bill. We also have weather data, which allows us to identify changes in production that related to cloud cover, rainy days, things of that nature. And then we can look at the data over the course of an entire year, and we can see a year's worth of solar production. We can see a year's worth of energy consumption. And then also, when we have the data, compare the solar production to the previous year. And if there's been a meaningful change in production, we can be alerted to that and notify the customer. We can also send the customer a weekly email if they have a subscription that keeps them informed of their production and consumption. And then what we do with this data, one of the new services that we're offering is our energy audit report. And what this is we take the 12 months of solar production and energy consumption, and we can present the trends by season to help you better understand how is the solar performing, how is consumption changing during winter, summer, spring, and fall. And we can show you the total solar production if the solar exists. We can show you imports and exports to and from the grid, what it is for the entire year, what the average is per month. And then we show you the annual consumption by the day. So this is every day energy pushed and pulled to and from the grid for an entire year. We can see the grid exports, how much energy is being sent to the utility, and then what the imports are, what the trends are, where the spikes are at different times of the year. And then we break it down by season. So we can drill down into the summer. We take a typical summer day or a month in the summer. We can break it down by the hour. So looking at 30 days by the hour gives us insights into, when does the consumption spike? How much does it spike? Is there weather associated with that, or is it just pure consumption? Plus, we also have the temperature, so you can identify things related to, say, air conditioning. And then we'll also look at the winter to see, what are there different trends. This is probably EV charging here because we can see the customer is frequently pulling 10, 12 kilowatt hours per hour. And we can see that it normally happens early in the morning. And then we can also look at the spring and the fall. And then what you can do with this report is you can print it and send it to your customer as part of an annual energy audit, energy review. So it becomes a conversation piece. It's a way to educate your customer about how their consumption changes at different times of the year, and then also identify opportunities where they may benefit by adding more solar, adding storage, or other energy efficiency enhancements. So lots of ways that we can help you use this data to increase customer satisfaction, reduce phone calls, reduce truck rolls, and even generate sales opportunities to your existing customers. I'd be happy to provide more information. Just reach out to me at Leroy at solardatapros.com. Thank you so much.